The barge she sat in, like a burnished throne, burned on the water. The poop was beaten gold, purple the sails, and so perfumed that the winds were lovesick with them. The oars were silver, which to the tune of flutes kept stroke, and made the water which they beat to follow faster, as amorous of their strokes. For her own person, it beggared all description. She did lie in her pavilion, cloth of gold of tissue, or picturing that Venus where we see the fancy outwork nature. On each side her stood pretty dimpled boys, like smiling cupids, with divers colored fans, whose wind did seem to glow the delicate cheeks which they did cool, and what they undid, did. Her gentlewomen, like the Nereids, so many mermaids tended her in the eyes, and made their bends adornings. At the helm, a seeming mermaid steers. The silken tackle swell with the touches of those flower-soft hands that yarely framed the office. From the barge, a strange invisible perfume hits the sense of the adjacent wharfs. The city cast her people out upon her, and Antony, enthroned in the marketplace, did sit alone, whistling to the air, which, but for vacancy, had gone to gaze on Cleopatra too, and made a gap in nature. Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety. Other women cloy the appetites they feed, but she makes hungry where most she satisfies.
The great Roman Empire is ruled by 3 men, Octavius Caesar, Lepidus, and Mark Antony. Wars are brewing. Antony dallies in Egypt under the spell of Cleopatra.
If it be love indeed, tell me how much.
There's beggary in the love that can be reckoned.
I'll set a bourne how far to be beloved.
Then thou must needs find out a new heaven, new earth.
News, my good lord, from Rome.
Nay, here are the ambassadors.
Fulvia, thy wife, is dead.
Where died she?
In Sicyon. Her length of sickness, with what else more serious importeth thee to know, despairs.
Leave me. There's a great spirit gone. I must from this enchanting queen break off 10,000 harms more than the ills I know my idleness doth hatch. How now, Enobarbus?
Sir? What's your pleasure, sir?
I must with haste from hence. Fulvia is dead.
Sir?
Fulvia is dead.
Why, sir, give the gods a thankful sacrifice. If there were no more women but Fulvia, then had you indeed a cut in the case to be lamented.
The business she hath broached in the state cannot endure my absence.
And the business you've broached here cannot be without you, especially that of Cleopatra's, which wholly depends on your abode.
No more light answers. Let our officers have notice what we purpose. I shall break the cause of our expedience to the queen and get her leave to part. Now, my dearest queen.
Pray you stand farther from me.
What's the matter?
I know by that same eye there's no good news. What's there's the married woman? You may go. Would she had never given you leave to come? Let her not say it is I that keep you here. I have no power upon you. Hers you are.
The gods best know.
Oh, never was there queen so mightily betrayed. Yet at the first I saw the treasons planted.
Cleopatra.
Why should I think you can be mine and true, though you in swearing shake the throned gods who have been false to Fulvia? Riotous madness to be entangled with these mouth-made vows, which break themselves in swearing.
Most sweet queen.
Nay, pray you seek no colour for your going, but bid farewell and go. When you sued staying, then was the time for words. No going then. Eternity was in our lips and eyes, bliss in our brows bent. None our part so poor, but was a race of heaven. They are so still, or thou the greatest soldier of the world art turned the greatest liar.
How now, lady?
I would I had thy inches. Thou shouldst know there were a heart in Egypt.
Hear me, queen. The strong necessity of time commands our services awhile, but my full heart remains in use with you. Our Italy shines o'er with civil swords. Sextus Pompeius makes his approaches to the port of Rome. Equality of 2 domestic powers breeds scrupulous faction. My more particular, and that which most with you should safe my going, is Fulvia's death.
Though age from folly could not give me freedom, it does from childishness. Can Fulvia die?
She's dead, my queen. Look here, and at thy sovereign leisure read the garboils she awaked. At the last best, see when and where she died.
Oh, most false love. Oh, I see in Fulvia's death how mine received shall be.
I'll leave you, lady.
Courteous lord, one word. Sir, you and I must part, but that's not it. Sir, you and I have loved, but there's not it. That you know well. Something it is I would. Oh, my oblivion is a very Antony, and I am all forgotten.
But that your royalty holds idleness your subject, I should take you for idleness itself.
'Tis sweating labor to bear such idleness so near the heart as Cleopatra this. But, sir, forgive me, since my becomings kill me when they do not eye well to you. Your honor calls you hence. Therefore be deaf to my unpitied folly, and all the gods go with you. Upon your sword sit laurel victory, and smooth success be strewed before your feet.
Let us go. Our separation so abides and flies that thou residing here goest yet with me, and I hence fleeting here remain with thee. Away.
In Rome, Octavius Caesar chafes at Antony's absence.
You may see, Lepidus, and henceforth know it is not Caesar's natural vice to hate our great competitor. From Alexandria, this is the news. He fishes, drinks, and wastes the lamps of night in revel. Hardly gave audience or vouchsafed to think he had partners.
I must not think there are evils enow to darken all his goodness. His faults in him seem as the spots of heaven, more fiery by night's blackness, hereditary rather than purchased, what he cannot change than what he chooses.
You are too indulgent. Let us grant it is not amiss to tumble on the bed of Ptolemy, to give a kingdom for a mirth. Say this becomes him. Yet must Antony no way excuse his soils when we do bear so great weight in his likeness.
Here's more news.
Thy biddings have been done, and every hour, most noble Caesar, shalt thou have report how 'tis abroad. Pompey is strong at sea, and it appears he is beloved of those that only have feared Caesar. To the ports the discontents repair, and men's reports give him much wrong.
I should have known no less.
No vessel can peep forth, but 'tis as soon taken as seen. For Pompey's name strikes more than could his war resisted.
Antony, leave thy lascivious wassails. Let his shames quickly drive him to Rome. 'Tis time we twain did show ourselves at the field, and to that end assemble we immediate council. Pompey thrives in our idleness.
Charmain.
Madam?
Give me to drink mandragora,
Why, madam?
that I might sleep out this great gap of time my Antony is away.
You think of him too much.
Oh, Charmain, where thinkst thou he is now? Stands he, or sits he, or does he walk? Or is he on his horse? Oh, happy horse to bear the weight of Antony. Do bravely, horse, for what's thou whom thou movest? The demi-atlas of this earth, the arm and burdenet of men. He's speaking now, or murmuring, where's my serpent of old Nile? For so he calls me. Now I feed myself with most delicious poison. Think on me that am with Phoebus' amorous pinches black and wrinkled deep in time. Broad-fronted Caesar, when thou wast here above the ground, I was a morsel for a monarch. And great Pompey would stand and make his eyes grow in my brow. There would he anchor his aspect and die with looking on his life.
Sovereign of Egypt, hail!
Alexis! How much unlike art thou, Mark Antony, yet coming from him that great medicine hath with his tinct gilded thee. How goes it with my brave Mark Antony?
Last thing he did, dear queen, he kissed the last of many doubled kisses, this orient pearl. His speech sticks in my heart.
Mine ear must pluck it thence.
Good friend, quoth he, say the firm Roman to great Egypt sends this treasure of an oyster, at whose foot to mend the petty present I will piece her opulent throne with kingdoms. All the East, say thou, shall call her mistress.
What, was he sad or merry?
Like to the time of the year, between the extremes of hot and cold, he was nor sad nor merry.
Oh, well divided disposition. Note him, good Charmain, 'tis the man, but note him. He was not sad, for he would shine on those that make their looks by his. He was not merry, which seemed to tell them his remembrance lay in Egypt with his joy. But between both, oh, heavenly mingle, be'st thou sad or merry, the violence of either thee becomes, so does it no man else. Did I, Charmain, ever love Caesar so?
Oh, that brave Caesar.
Be choked with such another emphasis, say the brave Antony.
The valiant Caesar.
By Isis, I will give thee bloody teeth if thou wouldst Caesar Paragon again, my man of men.
By your most gracious pardon, I sing but after you.
Oh, my salad days, when I was green in judgment, cold in blood, to say as I said then.
Octavius Caesar and Antony meet in the Roman Senate.
Welcome to Rome.
Thank you. I learn you take things ill which are not so, or being, concern you not.
I must be laughed at, if for nothing or a little I should say myself offended, and with you chiefly of the world.
My being in Egypt, Caesar, what was it to you?
No more than my residing here at Rome might be to you in Egypt. Yet, if you there did practice on my estate, your being in Egypt might be my question.
How intend you practice it?
You may be pleased to catch at mine intent by what did here befall me. Your wife and brother made wars upon me, and their contestation was theme for you. You were the word of war.
You do mistake your business. My brother never did urge me in his act. Did he not rather discredit my authority with yours? Of this my letters before did satisfy you. If you'll patch a quarrel, it must not be with this. As for my wife, I would you had her spirit in such another. The third of the world is yours, which with a snaffle you may pace easy, but not such a wife. So much uncurbable her garboil, Caesar, made out of her impatience. I, grieving grant, did you too much disquiet, for that you must but say I could not help it.
You have broken the article of your oath, which you shall never have tongue to charge me with.
Soft, Caesar.
No, Lepidus, let him speak. The honor is sacred which he talks on now, supposing that I lacked it. But on, Caesar, the article of my oath.
To lend me arms and aid when I required them, the which you both denied.
Neglected, rather. And then, when poisoned hours had bound me up from mine own knowledge, truth is that Fulvia, to have me out of Egypt, made wars here, for which myself, the ignorant motive, do so far ask pardon, as befits mine honor, to stoop in such a case.
'Tis noble spoken.
I do not much dislike the matter, but the manner of his speech. Yet if I knew what hoop would hold us staunch, from edge to edge of the world I would pursue it.
Give me leave, Caesar.
Speak, Agrippa.
Thou hast a sister by the mother's side, admired Octavia. Great Mark Antony is now a widower.
Say not so, Agrippa. If Cleopatra heard you, your reproof were well deserved of rashness.
I am not married, Caesar. Let me hear Agrippa further speak.
To hold you in perpetual amity, to make you brothers, and to knit your hearts with an unslipping knot, take Antony, Octavia to his wife, whose beauty claims no worse a husband than the best of men, whose virtue and whose general graces speak that which none else can utter. By this marriage, all little jealousies which now seem great, and all great fears which now import their dangers, would then be nothing. Truths would be but tales, where now half-tales be truths. Her love to both would each to other, and all loves to both, draw after her. Now pardon what I have spoke, for 'tis a studied, not a present thought, by duty ruminated.
Will Caesar speak?
Not till he hears how Antony is touched with what is spoke already.
What power is in Agrippa, if I would say Agrippa be it so, to make this good?
A power of Caesar, and his power unto Octavia.
May I never to this good purpose that so fairly shows dream of impediment. Let me have thy hand. Further this act of grace, and from this hour the heart of brothers govern in our loves, and sway our great designs.
There's my hand, a sister I bequeath you, whom no brother did ever love so dearly. Let her live to join our kingdoms and our hearts, and never fly off our loves again.
happily. Amen.
Give me some music. Music, moody food of us that trade in love.
The music, oh.
Let it alone. Let's do billiards. Come, Charmain.
My arm is sore. Best play with Mardian.
As well a woman with an eunuch played as with a woman. Come. You play with me, sir?
As well as I can, madam.
And when goodwill is showed, don't come too short. The actor may plead pardon. I'll none now. Give me mine angle. We'll to the river. There, my music playing far off, I will betray tawny finned fishes. My bended hook shall pierce their slimy jaws. And as I draw them up, I'll think them every one and Antony, and say, aha, you're caught.
'Twas merry when you wagered on your angling, when your diver did hang a salt fish on his hook, which he with fervency drew up.
That time, oh, times I laughed him out of patience, and that night I laughed him into patience. And next morn, ere the 9th hour, I drunk him to his bed. Then put my tires and mantles on him, whilst I wore his sword, Philippan. Oh, from Italy! Ram thou thy fruitful tidings in mine ears that long time have been barren.
Madam.
Antony is dead! If thou say so, villain, thou kill'st thy mistress. But well and free, if thou so yield him, there is gold. And here my bluest veins to kiss, a hand that kings have lipped and trembled kissing.
Good madam, hear me.
I have a mind to strike the air thou speak'st. Yet if thou say Antony lives, is well, or friends with Caesar, or not captive to him, I'll set thee in a shower of gold, and hail rich pearls upon thee.
Madam, he's well.
Well said.
Caesar and he are greater friends than ever.
Make thee a fortune from me.
But yet, madam.
I do not like but yet. He does allay the good precedents. Fie upon but yet. But yet is as a jailer to bring forth some monstrous malefactor. Prithee, friend, pour out the pack of matter to mine ear, the good and bad together. He's friends with Caesar, in state of health thou sayest, and thou sayest free.
Free, madam? No, I made no such report. He's bound unto Octavia.
I am pale, Charmain.
Madam, he's married to Octavia.
The most infectious pestilence upon thee.
Good madam, patience.
What say you? Hence, horrible villain, or I'll spurn thine eyes like balls before me, and unhair thy head.
Gracious madam, I did do bring the news, made not the match.
It is not so a province I will give thee, and make thy fortunes proud.
He's married, madam.
Rogue, thou hast lived too long.
Nay, then I'll run.
Good madam, keep yourself within yourself. The man is innocent.
Some innocence escape not the thunderbolt. Melt Egypt into Nile, and kindly creatures turn all to serpents. Call the slave again. Though I am mad, I will not bite him. Call.
He is afeard to come.
I will not hurt him. These hands do lack nobility that they strike a meaner than myself, since I myself have given myself the cause. Come hither, sir.
Most gracious majesty.
Didst thou behold Octavia?
I, dread queen.
Where?
Madam, in Rome. I looked her in the face and saw her led between her brother and Mark Antony.
Is she as tall as me?
She is not, madam.
Didst hear her speak? Is she shrill-tongued or low?
Madam, I heard her speak. She is low-voiced.
That's not so good. He cannot like her long.
Like her? Why, sisters, impossible.
I think so, Charmain, dull of tongue and dwarfish. What majesty is in her gait? Remember, if e'er thou look'st on majesty.
She creeps. Her motion and her station are as one.
He is very knowing, I do perceive it. There's nothing in her yet. The fellow has good judgment.
Excellent.
Madam, she was a widow.
A widow? Charmian. Hark.
And I do think she's 30.
Bear'st thou her face in mind? Is it long or round?
Round, even to faultiness.
For the most part, too, they are foolish that are so. Her hair, what colour?
Brown, madam. And her forehead as low as she would wish it.
There's gold for thee. Thou must not take my former sharpness ill. I will employ thee back again. I find thee most fit for business. Go, make thee ready. Our letters are prepared.
Antony is unfaithful to Octavia and returns to Cleopatra. Octavius Caesar is enraged.
Hear me, Agrippa. Contemning Rome, he has done all this and more in Alexandria. Here's the manner of it. In the marketplace, on a tribunal silvered, Cleopatra and himself in chairs of gold were publicly enthroned. At the feet sat Caesarion, whom they call my father's son. Unto her he gave the establishment of Egypt, made her of Lower Syria, Cyprus, Lydia, absolute queen.
This in the public eye?
In the common showplace where they exercise. His son he there proclaimed the king of kings.
Let Rome be thus informed.
The people know it, and have now received his accusations.
Who does he accuse?
Caesar. And that having in Sicily Sextus Pompeius spoiled, we had not rated him his part of the isle. Then, does he say, he lent me some shipping unrestored. Lastly, he frets that Lepidus of the triumvirate should be deposed, and being that, we detain all his revenue.
Sir, this should be answered.
'Tis done already, and the messenger gone. I have told him Lepidus was grown too cruel, that he his high authority abused, and did deserve his change. For what I have conquered, I grant him part, but then, in his Armenia and other of his conquered kingdoms, I demand the like.
He'll never yield to that.
Nor must not then be yielded to in this.
Octavius Caesar sets sail for Egypt.
Enobarbus, we will fight with him by sea.
By sea, what else?
Why will my lord do so?
For that he dares us to it.
Your ships are not well manned. Your mariners are mulators, reapers, people engrossed by swift impress. In Caesar's fleet are those that often have against Pompey fought. Their ships are yours heavy. No disgrace shall fall you for refusing him at sea, being prepared for land.
By sea, by sea.
Most worthy, sir, you therein throw away the absolute soldiership you have by land. Distract your army, which doth most consist of war-marked footmen. Leave unexecuted your own renowned knowledge, quite forego the way which promises assurance, and give up yourself merely to chance and hazard from firm security.
I'll fight at sea.
I have 60 sails, Caesar none better.
Our overplus of shipping will we burn, and with the rest full man from the head of Actium beat the approaching Caesar. But if we fail, we can then do it at land. Thy business?
The news is true, my lord. He is descried. Caesar has taken Torrin.
Can he be there in person? 'Tis impossible, strange that his power should be. Enobarbus, our 19 legions thou shalt hold by land, and our 12,000 horse. We'll to our ship. Away, my fetus.
Behold no longer. The Antony, the Egyptian admiral, with all their 60 fly and turn the rudder. To see it, mine eyes are blasted.
Gods and goddesses, all the whole synod of them.
What's thy passion, Scarus? How appears the fight?
On our side, like the token pestilence where death is sure. Yon ribaldry nag of Egypt, whom leprosy o'ertake, in the midst of the fight, when vantage like a pair of twins appeared, hoist sails and flies.
That I beheld. Mine eyes did sicken at the sight, and could not endure a further view.
He once being Loof, the noble ruin of her magic Antony, claps on his sea wing and flies after her. I never saw an action of such shame. Experience, manhood, honor, ne'er before did violate so itself.
Alack, alack.
Hark, the land bids me tread no more upon it. It is a shame to bear me. Friends, come hither. I am so elated in the world that I have lost my way forever. I have a ship laden with gold. Take that, divide it, fly, and make your peace with Caesar.
Fly?
No.
I have fled myself, and have instructed cowards to run and show their shoulders. Friends, be gone. I have resolved upon a course which has no need of you. Begone, my treasures in the harbor, take it. Leave me, I pray, a little.
Pray now. But my lord...
Nay, do so. For indeed I have lost command. Therefore, I pray you, I'll see you by and by.
The Queen, my lord. The Queen.
Oh, whither hast thou led me, Egypt? See how I convey my shame out of thine eyes by looking back what I have left behind, destroyed in dishonor.
Oh, my lord, forgive my fearful sails. I little thought you would have followed.
Egypt, thou knewest too well my heart was to thy rudder tied by the strings, and thou shouldst tow me after. Or my spirit the full supremacy thou knewest, and that thy beck might from the bidding of the gods command me.
Oh, my pardon.
Now I must to the young man send humble treaties, dodge the palter and the shifts of loners, who with half of the bulk of the world played as I pleased, making and marring fortunes. You did know how much you were my conqueror, and that my sword, made weak by my affection, would obey it on all course.
Pardon.
Oh, fall not a tear, I say. One of them rates all that is won and lost. Give me a kiss. Even this repays me. Love, I am full of lead. Some wine within there, and our viands. Fortune knows we scorn her most, when most she offers blows. I am satisfied. Caesar sits down in Alexandria, where I will oppose his fate. Our force by land hath nobly held. Our severed navy too hath knit again, and fleet threatening most sea-like. Where hast thou been, my heart? Dost thou hear, lady? If from the field I shall return once more to kiss these lips, I will appear in blood. I and my sword will earn our chronicle. There's hope in't yet.
That's my brave lord.
I will be treble-sinewed, hearted, breathed, and fight maliciously. For when mine hours were nice and lucky, men did ransom lives of me for jests. But now I'll set my teeth and send to darkness all that stop me. Come, let's have one other gaudy night. Call to me all my sad captains, fill our bowls once more. Let's mock the midnight bell.
It is my birthday. I thought to have held it poor, but since my lord is Antony again, I will be Cleopatra.
We will yet do well.
Now he'll outstare the lightning. To be furious is to be frighted out of fear. And I see still a diminution in our captain's brain restores his heart. When valor preys on reason, it eats the sword it fights with. I will seek some way to leave him.
Eros, mine armor, Eros.
My lord?
Sleep a little.
No, my chuck. Eros, come, mine armor, Eros.
Sir?
Come, good fellow, put mine iron on. If fortune be not ours today, it is because we brave her. Come.
Nay, I'll help too, Antony. What's this for?
Let be, let be. Thou art the armorer of my heart. False, this.
Soothla, I'll help. Thus it must be.
Well, we shall thrive now. Thou fumblest, Eros, and my queen's a squire more tight at this than thou. Dispatch. Oh, love, that thou couldst see my wars today and knewest the royal occupation, thou shouldst see a workman in't.
Good morrow, General.
Good morrow to thee, welcome. Thou lookst like him that knows a warlike charge.
Call for Enobarbus, he shall not hear.
What sayest thou?
Sir, he is with Caesar.
Sir, his chests and treasure he has not with him.
Go, Eros, send his treasure after. Do it, deign not a jot, I charge thee. Write to him, I will subscribe. Gentle adieus and greetings. Say that I wish he never find more cause to change a master. Oh, my fortunes have corrupted honest men. Enobarbus.
The morn is fair. Good morrow, General.
'Tis well blown, lads. This morning, like the spirit of a youth that means to be of note, begins betimes. Fare thee well, dame. Whate'er becomes of me, this is a soldier's kiss. Rebukable and worthy, shameful check it were to stand on more mechanic compliment. I'll leave thee now like a man of steel.
Oh, Antony.
Adieu. You that will fight, follow me close, I'll bring you to it. Dispatch!
Scarus, thou bleedst apace. The wound here, it was like a T, but now 'tis made an H.
They do retire!
We'll beat them into benchholes. I have yet room for 6 Scotches more.
They are beaten, sir, and our advantage serves for a fair victory.
Oh, Eros, we have beat him to his camp. Tomorrow, before the sun shall cease, we'll spill the blood that has today escaped. I thank you all. You have shown all Hectors. Enter the city, clip your wives, your friends, tell them your feats.
Lord of lords, O infinite virtue, comest thou smiling from the world's great snare uncaught?
My nightingale, we have beat them to their beds. What girl, though grey, do something mingle with our younger brown, yet are we a brain that nourishes our nerves and can get goal for goal of youth. Give me thy hand. Through Alexandria, make a jolly march. Trumpeters, with brazen din, blast you the city's ear. Make mingle with our rattling tambourines, that heaven and earth may strike their sounds together, applauding our approach. Scarus, their preparation is today by sea. We please them not by land.
For both, my lord.
I would they'd fight in the fire or the air. We'd fight there too. But this it is. Order for sea is given. They have put forth the haven. Where yon pine does stand, I shall discover all.
Swallows have built in Cleopatra's sails their nests. The augurers say they know not, they cannot tell, look grimly and dare not speak their knowledge. Antony is valiant and dejected, and by starts his fretted fortunes give him hope and fear of what he has and has not.
All is lost. Scarus, this foul Egyptian hath betrayed me. My fleet hath yielded to the foe, and yonder they cast their caps up and carouse together like friends long lost. Triple-turned whore, 'tis thou hast sold me to this novice, and my heart makes only wars on thee.
My lord.
Bid them all fly.
But good my lord.
For when I am revenged upon my charm, I have done all. Bid them all fly. Be gone. Oh, this false soul of Egypt, this grave charm whose eye becked forth my wars and called them home, whose bosom was my crownet, my chief end, like a right gypsy hath at fast and loose beguiled me to the very heart of lust. But Eros!
Antony?
Thou spell! Avert!
Why is my lord enraged against his love?
Vanish, or I shall give thee thy deserving and blemish Caesar's triumph. Let him take thee and hoist thee up to the shouting plebeians. Follow his chariot like the greatest spot of all thy sex.
Help me, my women. Oh, he's more mad than Telamon for his shield. The boar of Thessaly was never so embossed.
To the monument. There, lock yourself and send him word you are dead.
To the monument. Mardian, go tell him I have slain myself.
Madam.
Say that the last I spoke was Antony, and word it, prithee, piteously. Hence, Mardian, and bring me how he takes my death. To the monument.
My good knave Eros, here I am Antony, yet cannot hold this visible shape, my knave. I made these wars for Egypt and the queen, whose heart I thought I had, for she had mine. She, Eros, has packed cards with Caesar, and false played my glory unto an enemy's triumph. Nay, weep not, gentle Eros. There is left us ourselves to end ourselves.
My lord.
Oh, thy vile lady, Mardian, has robbed me of my sword.
No, Antony. My mistress loved thee, and her fortunes mingled with thine entirely.
Hence, saucy eunuch, peace. She hath betrayed me, and shall die the death.
Death of one person can be paid but once, and that she has discharged. The last she spake was Antony, most noble Antony.
Dead. Then?
Dead.
Go. Unarm, Eros. The long day's task is done, and we must sleep. Off, pluck off. Apace, Eros, apace. No more a soldier. Bruised pieces go. You have been nobly born. From me a while. I will o'ertake thee, Cleopatra, and weep for my pardon. Since the torch is out, lie down and stray no further. Eros, I come, my queen. Eros, stay for me. Where souls do couch on flowers, we'll hand in hand with our sprightly port make the ghosts gaze. Dido and her Aeneas shall want troops, and all the haunt be ours. Come, Eros, Eros!
What would my lord?
Since Cleopatra died, I have lived in such dishonor that the gods detest my baseness. Thou art sworn, Eros, that when the exigent should come, which now is come indeed, when I should see behind me the inevitable prosecution of disgrace and horror, that on my command thou then wouldst kill me. Do it. The time is come.
My lord.
Thou strikest not me. 'Tis Caesar thou defeatest. Put colour in thy cheek.
The gods withhold me.
Eros, wouldst thou be windowed in great Rome and see thy master thus with pleached arms, bending down his corrigible neck, his face subdued to penetrative shame, while the wheeled seat of fortunate Caesar drawn before him branded his baseness that ensued?
I would not see it.
Come then, for with a wound I must be cured.
Oh, sir, pardon me.
Do it at once. Draw and come.
Turn from me then that noble countenance, wherein the worship of the whole world lies.
Lo.
My sword is drawn.
Then let it do at once the thing why thou hast drawn it.
My dear master, my captain, and my emperor, let me say before I strike this bloody stroke, farewell.
'Tis said, man, and farewell.
Farewell, a great chief. Shall I strike now?
Now, Eros.
Why there then?
Eros. Eros.
Thus do I escape the sorrow of Antony's death.
Oh. Thrice nobler than myself, thou teachest me, O valiant Eros. But I will be a bridegroom in my death, and run into it as to a lover's bed. Eros, thy master, dies thy scholar, to do thus. I learned of thee. How? Not dead. Not dead. The guard, dispatch me!
What's the noise?
I have done my work ill, friends. Make an end of what I have begun.
The star is fallen.
And time is in his period.
Let him that loves me strike me dead.
Not I.
Nor I.
Nor anyone.
Antony, where's that? Lives he? Wilt thou not answer, man?
Art thou there, Alexis? Draw thy sword, and give me sufficing strokes for death.
Most absolute Lord, my mistress Cleopatra sent me to thee.
When did she send thee?
Now, my lord.
Where is she?
Locked in her monument. She sent you word she was dead, but fearing since how it might work, hath sent me to proclaim the truth. And I am come, I dread, too late.
Too late, Alexis. Bear me, good friends, where Cleopatra bides. 'Tis the last service that I shall command you.
Antony is carried to the monument where Cleopatra has taken refuge.
O sun, burn the great sphere thou movest in. Darkling stand the varying shore, the world. Oh, Antony, Antony, Antony.
I am dying, Egypt, dying. Only I hear importune death awhile, until of many thousand kisses, the poor last I lay upon thy lips.
Die where thou hast lived, quicken with kissing. Had my lips that power, thus would I wear them out.
I am dying, Egypt, dying. One word, sweet queen, of Caesar seek your honor with your safety.
They do not go together.
Gentle, hear me. None about Caesar trust, but Dolabella.
My resolution and my hands I'll trust, none about Caesar.
The miserable change now at my end, lament nor sorrow at. But please your thoughts in feeding them with those my former fortunes wherein I lived. The greatest prince of the world, the noblest. And do now not basely die, not cowardly put off my helmet to my countrymen. A Roman by a Roman, valiantly vanquished. My spirit is going. I can no more.
Noblest of men would die. Hast thou no care of me? Shall I abide in this dull world, which in thy absence is no better than a sty? Oh, see, my women, the crown of the earth doth melt. My lord, oh, withered is the garland of the war. The soldier's pole is fallen. Young boys and girls are level now with men. The odds is gone. and there is nothing left remarkable beneath the visiting moon. Our lamp is spent. It's out. Good sirs, take heart. We'll bury him. And then, what's brave, what's noble, let's do it after the high Roman fashion and make death proud to take us. Come, away. This case of that huge spirit now is cold. Ah, women, women. Come, we have no friend but resolution and the briefest end.
Caesar sends greeting to the Queen of Egypt, and bids thee study on what fair demands thou meanst to have him grant thee.
What's thy name?
My name is Dolabella.
Antony did tell me of you, bade me trust you. If your master would have a queen his beggar, you must tell him that majesty to keep decorum must no less beg than a kingdom. But if he please to give me conquered Egypt for my son, he gives me so much of mine own as I will kneel to him with thanks.
This I report, dear lady. Have comfort, for I know your plight is pitied of him that caused it.
Cleopatra! Thou art taken, Queen.
Guard her till Caesar come.
Quick, quick, good hands!
Hold, lady, hold! Do not yourself such wrong, who are in this relieved, but not betrayed.
What of death too, that rids our dogs of languish?
Cleopatra, do not abuse my master's bounty by the undoing of yourself.
Where art thou, death? Come hither, come! Come! And take a queen worth many babes and beggars.
Oh, temperance, lady.
Sir, I will eat no meat, I will not drink, sir. I'll not sleep neither. This mortal house I'll ruin, do Caesar what he can. Know, sir, that I will not wait pinioned at your master's court, nor once be chastised with the sober eye of dull Octavia. Shall they hoist me up and show me to the shouting varletry of censuring Rome? Rather a ditch in Egypt be gentle grave unto me. Rather on Nilus mud lay me stark naked, and let the waterflies blow me into abhorring. Rather make my country's high pyramides my gibbet, and hang me up in chains.
To Caesar I will speak what you shall please, if you'll employ me to him.
Say I would die. I dreamt there was an emperor, Antony. Oh, such another sleep that I might see but such another man.
If it might please ye.
His legs bestrid the ocean. His reared arm crested the world. His voice was propheted as all the Tunid spheres, and that to friends. But when he meant to quail and shake the orb, he was as rattling thunder. For his bounty there was no winter in't. An autumn 'twas that grew the more by weeping. His delights were dolphin-like. They showed his back above the element they lived in. In his livery walked crowns and crownets. Realms and islands were as plates dropped from his pocket.
Cleopatra.
Think you there was, or might be, such a man as this I dreamt of?
Gentle madam, no.
You lie up to the hearing of the gods. But if there be, or ever were one such, 'tis past the size of dreaming.
Hear me, good madam. Your loss is as yourself great, but I do feel by the rebound of yours a grief that smites my very heart at root.
I thank you, sir. Know you what Caesar means to do with me?
I am loath to tell you what. I would you knew.
Nay, pray you, sir.
Though he be honorable...
He'll lead me then in triumph?
Madam, he will. I know it. Farewell.
Now, Charmain, show me my women like a queen. Go fetch my best attires. I am again for Sidnus to meet Mark Antony. Sirrah Iris, go. Bring our crown and all. Wherefore's this noise?
Here is a rural fellow that will not be denied your highness' presence. He brings you figs.
Let him come in. What poor instrument may do a noble deed? He brings me liberty. My resolution's placed, and I have nothing of woman in me. Now from head to foot I am marble constant. Now the fleeting moon no planet is of mine.
This is the man.
Avoid and leave him. Hast thou the pretty worm of Nilus there that kills and pains not?
Truly, I have him.
Well, get thee gone. Farewell.
Look you, the worm is not to be trusted, but in the keeping of wise people. For indeed, there is no goodness in the worm.
Take thou no care. It shall be heeded.
Give it nothing, I pray you, for it is not worth the feeding.
Will it eat me?
Yes, forsooth. I wish you joy of the worm.
Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. Now no more the juice of Egypt's grape shall moist this lip. Quick, quick, good Iris, quick. Methinks I hear Antony call. I see him rouse himself to praise my noble act. Husband, I come. Now to that name my courage prove my title. I am fire and air. My other elements I give to baser life. So, have you done? Come then and take the last warmth of my lips. Farewell, kind Charmain. Iris, long farewell. Have I the aspic in my lips? Iris, dost fall? If thou and nature can so gently part, the stroke of death is as a lover's pinch, which hurts and is desired. Dost thou lie still? If thus thou vanishest, thou tell'st the world it is not worth leave taking.
Dissolve the cloud and rain, that I may say the gods themselves do weep.
This proves me base. If she first meet the curled Antony, he'll make demand of her and spend that kiss which is my heaven to have. Come, thou mortal wretch, with thy sharp teeth this knot intrinsicate of life at once untie. Poor venomous fool, be angry and dispatch. Oh, couldst thou speak that I might hear thee call great Caesar ass unpoliced.
Oh, Eastern Star.
Peace, peace. Dost thou not see my baby at my breast that sucks the nurse asleep?
Oh, break, oh, break.
As sweet as balm, as soft as air, as gentle. Oh, Antony, what should I stay?
In this vile world? So fare thee well. Now boast thee, death. In thy possession lies a lass unparalleled. Downy windows close, and golden Phoebus never be beheld of eyes again so royal. Your crown's awry. I'll mend it, and then play.
Where's the queen?
Speak softly, wake her not.
Caesar hath sent.
Too slow a messenger. Oh, come apace, dispatch. I partly feel thee.
Approach, ho! All's not well, Caesar's beguiled. What work is here, Charmian? Is this well done?
It is well done, and fitting for a princess descended of so many royal kings. Ah, soldier!
Make way for Caesar! Away, man! Away for Caesar!
Oh, sir, you are too sure an augurer. That you did fear is done. All dead.
Bravest at the last, she levelled at our purposes, and being royal took her own way. She shall be buried by her Antony. No grave upon the earth shall clip in it a pair so famous. Come, Dolabella, see high order in this great solemnity.